Hello, Ralf. What did you make of your team's performance tonight?
Well, we didn't play. We didn't play good today. So the first half was after having been down 1-0 after 7 minutes. We just had too many unforced errors, too many giveaways when we were in possession of the ball, including the goal, by the way. And that didn't make life any easier for us in this game. Of course, it was a massive push for Newcastle, and in the first half we didn't play good at all. I was not happy with the performance in the first half. Second half, we had to take the risk of changing formation and making 2 substitutions with Eddie and with Jadon. It was better in the second half, but still not on the kind of level that we would have to play in order to control games. So for me, there were 2 problems. One was the unforced errors, the technical errors, the wrong decisions in possession of the ball. This caused a lot of transitional moments for Newcastle, and we knew that they were, especially in that area, they're a very good team with their fast offensive players. And the other one was that we didn't play as aggressive as we should have played against the ball with regard to counter-pressing. But that, again, is a question of physicality. How quickly do we react on losing the balls? And how aggressive are we with regard to counter-pressing? In both areas, we were not on the kind of level, especially, as I said, in the first half, as we should have been.
Laurie Whitwell.
Hi, Ralf. Is there any issue with the formation in terms of the 4-2-2, changing it from a formation that the players were more familiar with, or is it a case of them getting used to it? Because the chance creation seemed quite sparse today.
Yeah, I don't think it's a question. Today it was not a problem of formation. It was a problem of energy and intensity, also of speed in the way how we play in those direct one-on-one duels. This is something we have to get better at. And as I said, second half, we changed from a 4-2-2 into a 4-1-3-2. Had 2 wingers. The intention was to play more over the wing. That was also the way that we prepared our equalizer. And we had another 2 good opportunities when we played the ball behind their back 4. Eddie could have scored another one. But on the other hand, we, again, also in the second half, we were too open. We were not good in the counter-pressing moments. Again, too many giveaways in midfield. And we still allowed them 2 or 3 good counter-attack situations when Eddie was, when David De Gea was outstanding again.
Mike McGrath.
Do you have a kind of explanation for the lack of intensity given the number of days that you had to prepare for the game, and is that even more disappointing about the performance?
Actually, I don't know. Maybe because Harry mentioned, as I've heard, that there might still be some side effects of COVID. But I don't think that we should look for excuses. We just have to analyze and to realize that in this area, Newcastle was better than us in many parts of the game, and we have to raise that level, get better. 3 days we are playing Burnley. This will also be a physical game, so we just have to get more physical. And on the other hand, in possession of the ball, don't make as many giveaways as we did today.
Damien.
Hi, Ralf. At half-time, Gary Neville described your team as a bunch of whinge-bags, meaning I think they complained rather than played football in the first half. What would you say to that?
What did he say? I have never heard the word.
Tell them a bunch of whinge-bags, and I think he meant they just spent too much time complaining rather than getting on with the match.
I don't think today it was a problem of body language. It was more of a question of physicality, of meeting the demands with regard to speed, tempo, physicality, and the side effect is the body language afterwards. That's. But I don't think that was the major problem today for us. The major problem was the way that we played in those moments when it was about physicality.
Tyrone Marshall.
Hi, Ralph. Just on the way your team reacted to going behind, were you surprised at the lack of reaction on the pitch, really? Heads seemed to drop and they seemed to lose heart when they went behind, and there wasn't kind of the reaction you expect from a Man United team when they go behind in a game?
Well, I think in the second half we showed a reaction, and I mean the way that we prepared the goal and the way that Eddie converted that chance was good. We had another two where Eddie could have scored, especially the one when Alex Tejes played the ball behind the back line of their defense. That could have been even the winning goal, but on the other hand, we must admit that today we won a point. We didn't lose two. We won a point after being 1-0 down.
Okay, last question in this section, Brad Cox.
Hi, Ralph. You briefly mentioned that you've got Burnley coming up later this week, but you've played Newcastle, Norwich, and Crystal Palace now, all sides in the bottom half, and you've got one goal from in each of those games. What do you think that's an issue coming up against these so-called lesser sides, trying to beat them and break them down?
Yes, but at least we got 7 points out of those 3 games. That's the good part. But again, if we look at today's game and if we analyze today's game, we just must say that we didn't meet the physical demands with regard to transition. We knew before the game that with their fast players, with Callum Wilson, with Saint-Maximin, and with Fraser, that this is one of their greatest strengths, that they are good in the transitional moments. And with the giveaways we made, we just invited them in too many cases exactly into that kind of football. And this is where we have to get better at.
Okay, we'll now take your questions ahead of the Burnley game, which is embargoed until the 29th at 1:30. We'll start with Simon Stone.